It's December 16th. We've had a nice round of cold weather, about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. The Highland and Angus cattle, Scottish Highland and Black Angus and Red Angus, are out here getting their hay. My son, who's interested in the cows, came out and fed them this morning and watered them. So now they're out here finishing up their hay. They've been hanging around the barn a good bit. They go in through this chute here and they go inside there and in and out anytime they like. This is an old bank barn. It's about 100 years old, but it's still in pretty decent shape. We put a metal roof on it several years back. Should make it last a long time. It's where they get their water supply. We have to make sure we keep it thawed out for them. We have to use a cast iron tub because the bull, he'll break any other kind of tub that you use out there. Like you can buy those Rubbermaid type tubs at the different farm stores, but they don't last with those horns in a bull. You definitely know where they get the term bullheaded from this guy, because if you put a rubber tub out there for him, he'll just push on it, push on it, push on it until he cracks it. And it doesn't take him long. So we got the cast iron tubs out for him. There's one way down there. We don't use that one in the winter time. And then this one over here. We're up in the mountains in Pennsylvania in the US, and it's called the Appalachian Mountains. Pennsylvania, we actually call them the Allegheny Mountains. I'm going to walk over here past the fence post, get a different view of them. This is the bull. We call him the dun. The one behind him is a Highland cow. She's a registered Highland. He's not registered, but he's pure-blooded, although we've often wondered if he has a little bit of something else in him. He just looks a little different. He looks a lot like, when we look at things on the internet, sometimes we look at the Brahman. They're having a circle around the hay. They're readjusting. The red Highland cow is the head cow, so she bosses the other cows around, especially the Angus. But getting back to the bull here, when we look at other cows on the internet, when we look at Brahma or Brahman bulls, he looks a lot like them, and the guy that we bought him from had a lot of different animals. And I often wonder if maybe he has a little touch of something, or way back in his genealogy he has a little Brahma in him. Seems to like these Black Angus girls here, and they've got a little bit of Brahman in them. You can see the white patch underneath them. They give the Black Angus a little bit of Brahma sometimes. And this one here, she's a Red Angus. She's got some Hereford in there. She's part Hereford. And then the little bull, they're moving around again. The little bull, he's in there in the circle pretty much. He was born about a year ago, pretty close, almost exactly a year ago, in the upper field. I'll walk around here. There he is there with his mom. He was a little tiny bugger when he was born. And it was freezing cold last year. But boy, these Highlands, they really do well in the cold. Well, the Angus don't seem to be suffering either. They like to go in the barn a little more than the Highlands, though. But they're getting hay. You know, we made hay this summer, so we have plenty of hay to give them. And we do give them a little bit of feed every morning. They have their salt licks down there. 2 different kind of salt licks. One that's especially for cows that are going to have calves, because 3 of these cows are going to have calves in the spring. And I'm going to probably sign off here in a little bit. Usually the limiting factor in the length of my videos in the winter time is my hands starting to freeze. My fingers are getting pretty numb here. There's the registered Highland cow there. But anyways, they'll hang out here by the barn, eating their hay, going in and out, drinking their water, licking their salt licks, and then we'll have periodic thaws where it'll thaw out some, and then they'll go up to the top field, and they'll eat a little bit of grass and forage once the snow melts off, but it'll snow off and on, and sometimes the fields will be clear, but most of the winter now are going to be snowy. They like their hay. Well, I'm going to sign out now. I'll talk to you later.